Yes, what's on the other side of the crossroad? You know, the road less traveled. The one that puts butterflies in your stomach and a lump in your throat. The one you dream about. The self that you visualize, that you pick up a glimpse of every so often when you're doing something that you really love to do, like painting or singing or dressing or gardening or driving fast or whatever it is that causes you to lose time and space. That is your authentic voice. And that, in full expression, is what's on the other side of the crossroad. And so if you make it and you're 32, 33, 34, that powerful space of the Saturn return has diminished, and now you are in a place where you are stuck. You missed the window, but you didn't miss the train. It's not over. You have another opportunity to begin again. That is the rhythm and the cycles of nature and of life and of us, is to begin again. So if you're in your 30s, your early to mid 30s, and you haven't found your rhythm yet, I want you to take heart and know that there's still time for you to begin again. But we got to do the difficult thing. There is no way to get there dragging along your pain, dragging along your baggage, your burdens. You got to let that shit go. You know how Toni Morrison talked about vanity? She said you had to let go of the shit that weighs you down, that's on your tail, that's preventing you from taking off. It's difficult. It's the hardest thing, particularly the first time that you do it. This is not for a lesser mortal. This is for women who know that deep down inside of them, they came here to do something magnificent. So you're going to have to let it go. You're going to have to let him go, let her go, let them go, let it go. You might have to move. It's going to be costly in terms of how much determination and perseverance and courage that you're willing to put into reaching your authentic life. This is what determines the outcome. It's okay to pray, because you will need all the spiritual support that you can get. And you need to surround yourself with wise women who will help you, who will not hurt you, who will share their stories with you. And if you don't have any like that around you, well then, come to the Soul Garden and come see me. I'll tell you everything, because I've walked that path barefoot on burning coals, and I'm still standing better than I've ever been. And I know the way, and I'll hold the light for you. But you got to be willing to do the difficult things. So now that's your first really big initiation into becoming a full-grown, authentic woman. And let's say that you manage to break that cycle, and now here you are in begin again mode, and you don't know your left foot from your right foot because you're lost. You're in a new land, you're in a new place, it's new language, people are doing different things, it's not something you're familiar with, it's frightening. But hold your breath and jump in. Get in there. Nobody even has to know what you're doing, but go around the people that are doing the things that you want to do and pay your dues. Sit at somebody's feet. Go to those conferences where you spend your time, energy, and money. You can look right now. Look, sit down and think about it. Where are you spending your time, your energy, and your money. You know where. So if you are spending your time, energy, and money on that which not will not take you to your authentic self, then okay, time out, time out. Because everything has to be in alignment within your beingness. And it's not what you're saying. It's everything. It's the thoughts that you entertain. It's the feelings that you allow to dominate your day. It's the actions that you take. Thought and feeling are the two most powerful tools that you have to move you through. So now let's say that you've started watching and observing and doing the things that you see people doing in the life that you want to have, and you're doing that for a while, but you're not seeing a change. Now we have to address the past, because all that time your compass was broken, you were building up experiences and you're storing them in your subconscious mind. And so because you're not aware of the power that they have in your conscious present time, they are still dominating the outcome of your experience. So now, let's just say we're 39 years old now, 40, or we headed that direction at any time, but I'm giving you the foundation for from birth to older age. So let's say you're in your 40s, heading up on 40 or just past 40, and your stuff still ain't turning out the way that you think. That's when it's time for you to go deep in and start telling some of those 6 secrets. Start telling those stories that you think that no one would love you, respect you, appreciate you if they knew that you had done this or had this done to you, or you had been this place, or you had tried this thing. You know, all those things that you hold on to, and the time that you had too much to drink and had sex with a stranger, whatever your stories are. You know, there's really nothing new under the sun. And the sooner that you tell that stuff, the sooner that you get that out, now you're clearing out space so the new life can come in. No two things can occupy the same space at the same time on planet Earth, unless we're talking subatomic particles, which we are not. We're talking about you. And so no two things can occupy the same space at the same time. And so you're going to have to let that shit go. You're going to have to dig that stuff up. You have to hold it up to the sun and let it dry up like a raisin in the sun, honey. Let it go. You're not bad. You're not nasty. You're not a hoe. You know, you're not a thief. These are things that have happened, but they don't describe who you are. You haven't even seen yourself yet. You don't even know what you look like. So you can say, I know, I've seen that shit and it ain't me. So let it go, right? And so at 42, 43, you may get another experience that comes up to check to see if you're ready to live your authentic life. So something may come into your life, your world, that kind of turns it upside down. So if we had done these steps all the way up to this point, then we understand what's going on and we are not devastated by what comes into our space. So this is the midpoint of the next Saturn return, and this is the testing point. And when we come back, we'll talk about what's on the other side of that.